Go. Tell me what happened next time. Last time.
Last time on Star Wars: The Edge of the Empire, we were down in the tunnel, and as we adventured down behind to the stairs behind in the temple, yes, it was like a temple area, altar, temple, worship area, something. As we went down the stairs there, we cut to a cutscene where we saw Ensign Temu, the technician, wakes up as Tiff is checking in on him. Tiff slaps him with a poisoned glove. He dies. She follows the digging crew down the tunnel as they find a map. So this is the crew that's digging with the blast laser. The plasma drill, sorry. Got it right this time. And they find a map. She says we need to prepare the plasma drill to go directly to the area that we were heading for. But this is all a cutscene, so we never knew this. There are headaches and chills and staring into the dark. We proceed. Everyone is fine. No one is willing to say something's wrong. We enter a chamber, and the floor is a sheet of black glass. And there are creatures hidden amongst the stalactites. They have wings. They are called Kirk beasts. We sneak past into the Library of the Fallen. Ossus deploys the drone and finds a secret wall. More team troubles. We carry on down by team troubles, I mean the staring off in the dark, the headaches, the chills, all of those things. Carry on down the tunnel. The drone stops transmitting. At the end of the tunnel, there are two statues, and one is slightly broken. The drone is destroyed in between them. Dr. Beige collects the drone very bravely and brings it back to us. It was destroyed by a laser shot. The doctor walks between the statue and gets shot on his way through. On his walkie, sorry. Then he tries again, and his torch gets shocked. Ossus asks Lynn to undress. Remux does, and walks through with no problem. Dr. Beige then undresses and follows. Lynn goes through with no electronics, but keeps her clothes on. It works. Oren then joins. Past the statues, there is a circular door. Remux pops in the key. There's a purple light in the chamber beyond, with pedestals that have artifacts on them, and the egg of Ossus. Cut back to Ossus at the statues. He sees a swarm. He fires on them and clambers up the statue, tries to clamber up the statue. Remux and Oren run back to go and support. Lynn keeps working with the doc. Guido has packed some incendiary grenades, and Remux grabs his sword as he runs through the statues. Oren grabs his blaster. After some slashing and shooting of the swarm, a Kirik appears. Oren and Guido lay into it. It jumps up and smashes Oren and stuns him. Guido gets the killing blow by shooting a stalactite down on it. Stalagmite, sorry. No, it was tight. Stalactite is right. There is a slight rumble in the chamber, and we all get the items into some bags. There is a bigger rumble, and the rock begins to glow orange and gets hot. The plasma cutter burns through the wall. We run back through the tunnel. Tiff screams as she realizes we beat her to it. We pass the cavern with the giant bats, but we're just booking it. And the giant bats engage the troopers who are following us. Guido rolls an incendiary grenade down the tunnel, and we head up the stairs. Beige staggers against the Jedi symbol, and it clicks. The statues come alive and step out of their recesses. There's lots of Empire blaster fire everywhere. As we emerge, there is a murder scene. Giant statues kicking ass, obelisks. Giant statues kicking ass. This is as we emerge from the tunnel. There are giant statues kicking ass. The obelisk is gaining power and beginning to damage the cruiser. Remux feels a pull. He turns and sees a black-clad figure. He is frozen for a second. Tiff and the troopers begin to storm. poor choice of words, begin to storm towards us. Remux uses the dark side to break free. His eyes are a little more yellow. Isar gets all the vehicles ready so when we arrive, we can dash off. We speed off. TIE fighters ×3 in hot pursuit. They get destroyed by lightning after there was an amazing shot by Guido that actually pinged one of them. We make it safely to the city and to the ship. We jump on, get out! Exclamation mark.
Oh,
Nice.
Guido, your video's off.
Yep.
Messed up my names in the chat.
2 seconds. I'll be there.
Video something with the dice roller.
I can test it if you want. Oh, there, Andrew rolled.
Oh, I can see it. Okay, so was there anything hyperspace from Ossus back to Paris?
Remix is helping out by doing an inventory of all of the equipment, all of the haul, the treasure, with a secret agenda, which what's up to you? But he's seeming to help in do an inventory.
Lynn wants to do some sort of market research on the value of the items. You know, just a kind of thumb suck idea, because I don't want to get we go back, we give the stuff to the surgeon, he says it's worth 5 gold. You know, I don't want him to stiff us, so we need a kind of rough idea.
ISAR would like to do some what's the word, like connection back to base, because he remembers that Whisper was being all funky weird shit. So he would like to check the any CCTV he can get in the town or in our little HQ, and get the hollow net and all that sort of stuff, and just try and excuse me, put together some sort of picture of what might be going on.
Someone first. So you log into, let's say, HomeNet. Whether Whisper knows you've done this or not, or whether you're hacking, you don't catch a direct picture of Whisper, but you get like snippets from all the cameras, and you're building a 3D model. Takes a bit of time, obviously, kills us. But after a while, you start to see on the image very different, like a disc. Star Warsy Lobot. What are they?
It's cybernetics.
Remix, you spend time with Dr. Lemmet, very excited with all of the things covered, and slightly disappointed that he's not meant for more, and very unlikely to now know with. He shares with you what you doesn't seem more historical, rather than, oh look, this is quite lots of. But during the event, sneakily dash the item. None the Dr. Lemmet is none the Lynn, So after a few days of Dr. Lemmer geeking out over items, Remek's help, he comes to you with a. This is everything that we've recovered from the boat, excluding the egg of Ossus, of course, because that is for the surgeon, that required task. But here's a list of all the items, and he hands you a data pad, and it's got sets of Jedi robes, varying. It's got, I think, beads, wrist beads, bands, necklaces, effigy, a whole list of things. And he goes, oh, but this is roughly what I think they're worth on the market. But yes, of course, I understand that you're due 40% of all of these. Here's my number, and he hands worth about 12,000 to the right buyer. Maybe more if you can find somebody that really wants it. But if you're trying to shift it quick without any questions asked, then that'd be rough price. And when you do your research, you kind of get roughly to, within 5 to 10. Kind of, that would be around about 10,000. Over the time that back, he very possessive over this, very possessive. Like he cries, not his. But you get a sense of more it's the case that he just doesn't want anything to happen to it. Now that he's got it, he wants to deliver it because maybe. Orin, during this time, monitor your channels. Lots of chatter as and you do find out closer to that a bounty has been put. Dr. Lambert, group of 5 individuals.
I am going to share that with everybody.
Edo, you saw a blast from the past.
Yes, indeed.
Someone that kind of troubling. They there.
Yes, there is.
Drop back in.
Can we just, for the notes, get the name of the person that Guido saw? Or does it not matter? Do you want it to remain nameless?
Edo,
Captain Viz, I think. Was it Viz?
Captain Viz Human. Do you share this at all with the crew?
Not really. But if anyone wants to ask, I'm not going to not talk about it. So, although I don't think it matters to anyone else because just to the stormtrooper, right?
Or is it?
Or is it?
I mean, to everyone else, or is it? I don't know. Okay.
I've forgotten the name already. I need it again.
Viz.
Captain Viz.
Viz, V-I-Z, space. It would matter if you so and shoo, drop out of hyperspace as Guido, who is flying Soul ship, I believe, takes it back down to the planet, and the Captain Soul is very unimpressed, very critical eye looking over his ship. That I wasn't aware of at the time, but as he land and he sort of looks you over once or twice, Guido, and goes, the town looks very much the same. Left, urchins, spaceport, crates that clearly states. Yeah, I forgot a minute ago. There's a lot of crates that have clearly recently delivered, and what that actually tells you, you just missed a so the urchins that you guys brought back, that you brought back with you guys from the, they are running around town, kind of being a little bit of a nuisance, but they think they're doing some form of work. So it looks like some of them are running back and forth with materials. They've kind of been given runner jobs as that Uber delivering food places and you guys head back and you clearly in the front, got his peacock feather on, chest puffed out. He has successfully done this mission. Oh, come on, gentlemen and ladies, let's go and see the surgeon. This is going to be fantastic. Has any of you met the surgeon before?
No.
Have we?
No. I was trying to remember if this character had. No, this character has not.
Oh, well, I've only met him once. Must have been a privilege, but we all might get to meet him today. Come on, chaps. Kind of skip. Going. And we end up back in the war room. As you guys are walking up, saying, "Team reports the war room." And as you walk in, there's your other characters. They are waiting patiently, in the chat with each other, and passing drinks around, and there in the corner is Whisper, tapping away, not really around him. You clearly see now the robot. Dr. Limit walks and he goes, "Ha! We returned victorious," and he kind of holds the egg up ever so slightly as if to show it off, and everyone goes, other than Whisper, who stands up and casually over to Dr. Limit says, "Thank you. I'll take that." Over to a box and puts it in the box, puts it in. So, welcome back, team. Successful, I see. Make any additional profit on your 40% that
We got some extra items, Whisper.
is your retainer. The weeks that you've been here, as I've already. And well, I'm kind of glad you're here. There's maybe a day's worth of respite, but then I've got 2 missions on the board. I'd like to put them forward to you with all of the information. But for now, I just wanted to call everybody to congratulate you as the team to returning with this egg. And there's some drinks on side there. Good day. Turns and walks back in.
What happened to the brief about the missions, guys? Like, I don't know.
Dr. Lemmet there looks dumbfounded. I thought we were going to meet the surgeon. Anybody else seen him around today? I'm hoping to give him the egg myself.
He doesn't come to these meetings anymore.
But I wish I knew that information beforehand. I would have fought Whisper a bit harder on handing over the egg. Oh, let me go get it out of that closet. And he scoots over to draws down the thing. The box is gone. Looking a bit more closely, you. Oh,
Dumb
drat.
waiter.
I see. Yeah. Oh, drat. Oh, right, well, I guess I'll have to register an appointment. Whisper! And he walk off.
I am very glad to be rid of that oath.
Likewise, babysitting was a bit of a chore.
He's like the most annoying uncle you could ever think of, and embarrassing too.
Well put, Ossus.
Yeah, but are we sure we're rid of him yet? This might not be the end.
What are the next missions?
Like a poor case of venereal D's, I'm sure he'll be back to irritate us in future. Better keep that cream handy.
With an imperial bounty on his head, it's likely he's going to be staying here.
Oh fuck.
What about us?
Well, you tell me.
Something that you could definitely find out, Oren.
I shall find out.
Unless you want to put your name on that bounty, I think it's probably better that we stay obscure. I might not be raiding any Imperial patrols anytime soon. You know me, my love for that. Shall we check the board?
After a drink.
Aye.
A drink sounds good. Anybody want a game of dice?
Go on then.
Oh no,
I'll
not
take
me.
your
I've
money.
got to go and check and see what that crazy cybernetic whisper's been doing to the computer systems. I hope he's not been trying to interface with it now. And Isa will go and whittle off to round the corner where the big computer bank is.
Can I ask a quick question? That retainer, our other characters got that too, right? That's just your weekly or monthly pay. Thank you.
Seems a lot, but it's very hard for you to spend. Because port doesn't come down very often, or he does when you're not here. So I saw. Well, the other guys doing. Go and check out the and look for any logins. You can't find that directly, but find log change there where he was slightly more.
Isar's joke about him interfacing with the computers was a filthy joke, by the way.
Oh, okay. Can you roll me a computer check? I would like.
Yeah.
Daunting.
Now, let me just quickly check.
We need to reset Destiny.
Just have a quick look through my talents, make sure there's not anything there to reduce that. Nope. So we've got Daunting's 4. Okay. 2, 3. Ba-da-ba-ba. Shazam.
Find
So,
a bit of data.
yeah.
I'm gonna text it. However, left stamp say that term. Correct. Oren, taking
Yeah.
a few minutes out of the social winter. Yes, now?
Yay. Sorry, I don't know why my headset just turned off. It was like, no, I don't want to hear this.
Okay. Well, you don't have to. Taking just a minute from interacting with the other characters, just go to check your back channel. Find that there is some. However, some of the information there is almost a perfect description. Perfect. Yours is a little bit off. Lynn's is completely wrong. Remix is ISR just says hot nerdy. So between that's what data you get out of all of what the bounties are, but nothing.
And I have no ability to affect these descriptions to like no.
The way I see your spy channel, read data, but not share this information, ISA, and then have to go crypto.
Basically insert code, glasses nerdy.
So after a time, I wander back from me, playing around with the computer. You guys have had a few drinks, or in hippies with these. Whisper sort of comes in. Excuse me, I'm a little busy. Please disappear, and I will be back tomorrow for a brief minute. Thank you. Good day.
Before everybody
Good
heads off, I have some
Go for it.
information. I had a look at the bounties, and it seems there's some interesting information. Guido, they got you down. They know exactly what you look like. Then sort of like a bit of possible, but like not too identifiable. Remux, like he shot you that you have no idea who you are. So you guys are okay.
Makes sense.
How so?
I'm not really.
Well, sucks to be you.
What about your description, Oren?
Yeah, they got me. They got me good. But not
Did
as
they
good as
name
Guido.
you?
More a description.
Did they name Guido?
Features. Yeah, we'll go with yes.
Oh shit!
Did they name Guido? Dan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had Guido.
I don't know about you, but Whisper asked us to leave, and we live here, so I'm not exactly sure where we're going to go.
To the common room? For more drinks?
Drinks.
All like 18 of us that were in the area, because it's not just these characters, it's the other ones as well. We're all here.
They describe this party in the common.
Remix stays for a little while and then he goes off looking a bit distracted. He had a difficult time. He had a bit of a weird time on that planet, so he doesn't stay long. Spanners bothers Tech a lot. Spanners keeps sidling up to Tech, saying, "So, have you had any thoughts about driving this pod racer? What do you think?"
Well, I've given it some thought.
Yes, are you going to do it?
Maybe. I need to see the ship before I start deciding whether I'm going to fly it.
Oh, it's mostly finished. It's out in the yard. I'll show you later if you like.
Oh, yes, I'd love that personally. Wait, no.
Kira's gonna jump in and ask, like she's gonna overhear and say, like, that sounds fun. Can I join?
Oh, if you've driven a pod racer before?
Of course.
Well, maybe you're more experienced than Tech.
Oh, is he very experienced?
Jack,
I've flown many things in my time.
ever a
But
pod
are
racer?
you a hotshot?
He's a smuggler. So you may be better, more qualified than me.
Like we need a race.
I think so.
I think so too.
I think we should have a time trial to determine who the driver's going to be.
Friendly competition. Love it.
I'd like to show you my blueprints later, if you like.
Yes.
And
Segment to pick it. Time for a race. What's Lynn doing?
She is just enjoying herself, being the center of the party. She'll sing a little bit, every now and again, and just have a couple of drinks, and then disappear back to her room.
June Thaddeus stands in the corner and is that
He'll engage a little bit of general conversation, but then as soon as Lynn goes, he disappears too.
Oren is gonna work the room a little bit. Especially the people that we weren't on the mission with, just sort of hit up any information and sort of act casual, of course, more almost act a little bit more drunk than he actually is, and just find out what's going on. Make some relationships with people.
And sorry, I was just catching up with my XP. Trisik isn't there. Trisik is absent, as he often is. Click Clack is there. So Click Clack tries to drink with everyone, but unfortunately for Click Clack, Click Clack is not equipped to drink with everyone because he's got mandibles, so he can't actually drink a drink. And you see him, and about halfway through, he realizes straws are a thing. So he spends the whole night tipping drink basically onto the floor until someone just puts a straw in his glass or his cup or whatever receptacle you use in the Star Wars universe, and that's it for the rest of the night. He is amazed by a straw.
advanced race of the straw.
Yep. Because you see here, they drink from fruit and stuff. Essentially, they eat their liquid. So he's not the race that he's from aren't used to physically drinking, and yeah, they haven't got a traditional mouth. So yeah, that's him for the evening.
So the next morning, various and at forum where standing still like a perfectly still. And he welcomes you and says, "Oh, thank you. Sit down. Yes, we'll go right to the information as soon as the last person. Come on, Orin. You're always last. Come on, sit down. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Right. Boop, boop. You push the button and a page pops up. Center of attention. This is the planet Tatooine, a desert planet controlled by. They are currently in discussion with Tesvik Bosick, Tresic, you will recognize that name immediately as the king. And he is traveling with his wife, Shin Osik. His children are, nearby. We'll come on to them. The rumor that our friend Tresic around the table can confirm this information is that they have a very rare blood form. Now, I'm aware that Tresic, again, you may be able to get this if you're able to heal yourself. Natural healing factor. But the blood of these boils, as it allow them to do it. Like classic. Super healing, I think, is the term that the surgeon used. We require a sample.
That sounds a little bit like treason to me.
Well, classic, I would agree with you if boy of family, but you're an employed surgeon. I feel like you need to go, of course. I just wanted to confirm that there was truth behind my words.
Yes, that is true.
So require a sample of get it from either the father, the mother, or the children. So we got Tesvik Bosik, father, just spelt T-Z-E apostrophe, apostrophe V-I-K, name B-O-S-S-I-A. Mother is called Shin, H-I. Son is called Tesnek, N-E. And so we've heard that huts will be providing the royal couple with a business proper. They will be visiting to end this banquet personally. The children are, let's say, considered a little bit of like live wires. They like to city experience they consider the real culture of the place. They do like to get into trouble. We honestly don't care what source you get it from. We just fire a sample of it.
Is it pure from a specific source?
One of those family, the same genetic, well, let's benefit that bloodline. So any one of the four will be perfectly fine. Fire it. Studies.
How do you propose we take this blood? Ask for it nicely.
That's one option. Good luck. Security team probably won't be close enough to.
Perhaps we need a discreet way to draw the blood. Thoughts?
Triassic will say, I cannot be privy to any more of this information. It is not right for me to be involved in this, and he will leave.
Tracek, hang on. Let's just do the other mission brief first before you leave, and then we'll come back to this one once you've gone, so at least you can hear the brief.
No, sorry, Lynn. The other mission's been pulled. Right now.
Oh, okay. Bye, Trey.
Whisper, not whisper. That's Dan. Click clack. We'll suggest. maybe we can take a sample during a street brawl or something with a needle or an extractor. If they like to go gallivanting around the city, perhaps someone could bump into them.
What size sample are we looking at?
Much as you can get, Orin. More than a pin.
So if we brought the sun back here, you'd be much happier because you'd have all of the blood.
No, Len.
Well, then don't say as much as we can get, because if we can get the sun, then that's a lot of blood.
He's got a rare point there, Whisper.
He has, if he hadn't brought the specimen back here.
We could keep them in a dungeon for a while and just keep draining the blood and feeding them and draining the blood and feeding them.
So who's the blood for if it's not for the surgeon?
Dark all of a sudden. But the blood is for experimentation. You know this. The surgeon is working towards creating medicines to help those in requires this blood. The healing factor. It can help disease be faster or allow vaccine absorbed faster into will surely help the galaxy.
You mentioned that we shouldn't be bringing the specimen here.
Well, of course not. It is our hope. I don't want to be. I also don't think. Stop. What about me? Shut up, you.
That's awfully moral of you all of a sudden, Whisper.
Well, calculated.
So back to the question then. How much blood?
You're looks over and says, "If the surgeon may answer that question." While wants this much.
Is it something that looks like we could get in a street brawl? Like, or does it look like more than that?
Yeah, more. I'd say you could put a needle in them for a while, depending. You could hold it to an open wound, of course, but that might.
Do we have? Do we actually have like the necessary apparatus to extract blood?
Yeah.
I imagine that it's like the Star Trek magical
The
medicine. Yeah, and it will just be that was something if we can get him in an alley. When I say a street brawl, I mean like end up digging him down an alley and doing it. But that's how it in my head at least. Rather than like an actual fuck off needle with the round things for your fingers to go in like a Victorian style.
Well, I'm
hypodermic.
afraid that we have to use the antiques. Yes, well, this pays the same. Here's the information on the planet and climate and what's going on over the next week before their visit. Depends on me.
Is there a bonus for a second vial?
I haven't given you a second vial.
We need some more vials.
There are vials in the med bay. We could just.
Yeah.
So is there a bonus for a second vial?
One moment. So normally he say yes, sir. Talk. Doesn't do that. Doesn't need it out of just habit eating. Yes. a bonus, but no more than 2. We don't.
So I've been hatching a bit of a plan. Right. Now, just been thinking, I have done some partying in my days, right? And the son and daughter like to get into trouble. And there are some drugs that can react very badly to certain people's DNA or blood. So we ingratiate ourselves with these people, offer them some drugs, but warn them that there's some testing on their blood that needs to be done before they can take it safely and have the best time of their lives. We trick them into giving us their blood and have a party at the same time.
I like it.
Dan doesn't like it. He's like, shit, I'm out.
I'm out of here. I'm not doing any drugs. I actually
I
look.
I reckon I could probably make you a ammo Guido that you could shoot out of that lovely slug thrower of yours that could possibly extract the blood.
Plan B.
Or plan A.
Plan C. I pin him down while someone draws it.
I feel like we're forgetting about the security service that Whisper
What
mentioned.
if they've got running off into the city by themselves?
And we've got a security service.
They would still.
We
have
just
to,
need to make sure they run off with us.
whether I wasn't clear, they would still go into the city to do stuff. But
It's
But they
so
like to
easy
get
to
into
lose
trouble.
them.
Yeah.
what was Plan D? C.
Plan D was the prince and what's her face, Lynn. Plan
Plan E.
D.
Plan E is technically the one that Lynn already suggested.
Oh, okay.
The drugs.
Plan A. Okay. Need grabbing, and then everybody.
So Lynn needs to go and find some drugs, some drugs.
Eek. I need to check if I have any drug contacts.
Click Clack is going to go and have a little tinker, go to the medical bay, get some medical supplies, and then head off to Spanners' workshop and have a little tinker and try and make a like a tranquilizer dart, but except instead of delivering tranquilizer, it draws blood.
So, mechanicals check. Check to change one of these cartridges to a delivery system.
If you want a mechanic, then Spanners can help with that.
No, Spanners can't do nothing. He's gone and used your spanner table.
Spanners will help if you want him to, or not if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're not, because mine automatically added itself,
Missing a roll from
except
me.
from ISA. But how do you change? Oh, because I logged in as ISA, didn't I? How the fuck do I change who I am?
Sorry, guys, I fucked us.
Should I be rolling for Kira too?
Kira,
No, just
Is
one
this
roll
one?
per player.
just one character. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We haven't chosen
Oh,
one character.
that's what
in
I'm
the
getting
mission.
confused when people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. As it fuck's sake.
now is the
What do I have to leave? Oh, I see. You can just change it up top, can't you?
Dan, how far is Wabani?
What did he? No.
Thank you. No, you have to find it on here.
yeah. May not be the best place for you. That was for planet. It's actually a prison planet. Don't know where we're.
I'll look for it. Carry on.
I'm with.
Oren's gonna hang behind for a little while and let the network settle. Kira's super up for the mission though. She feels like she's been kept in and she wants to get out and find something fast like a speeder.
Just realised. I don't know. My pilot, he's a smuggler. Surely he'd have some drug contacts, right?
Oh, you think so?
But
Is he?
I don't know, does he?
You're asking me. This is a story.
I mean, I can say he does.
Hey, he has. Who's he got?
Uh,
What planet?
Fuck.
Tatooine.
Where? Yeah. On Tatooine. He knows a guy.
Surprise me.
He's ran some spice to Tatooine before, so he knows a guy who probably knows another guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough, but definitely. Well, right, Ross. It is not on this map. Not. But
Are long range communications a thing in Star Wars?
yeah,
Ah, sorry, I'm going back there now. I can't see where you're pinging.
I'm not being.
Oh, there.
It's not on the map.
Okay.
So it's not actually too far in distance, but there to.
Is there? There. So it is a detour. It would add a week's travel, maybe
I
more.
would say yeah, a week's travel time.
And how long until the ball?
A week. You have time to get to.
Okay, but not enough time for
Not
any
enough
detours.
time to-
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We'll
Cool.
just have to find someone who likes to party on Tatooine and get some high quality product. Actually, you know what? I'm going to spend our first light side point and say that Lynn has a little stash of said high quality drugs for an emergency. You all right with that, Dan?
Absolute
Emergency ease.
emergency. So, what type of drug do you have? Death stick, probably. Sansana,
like...
Sansana spice, glitter stim.
I have no idea.
Let's say that it's
It's got to be elitist though. It can't be like this common shit, you know. Let me have a look at. I'll have a look and Google it and figure it out.
Needs to be cocaine, not meth.
which is kind
Just
of what.
add some glitter.
Sparkly cocaine.
So, who's going?
Kira.
Does this help you down?
No.
I'm sending Remix because it seems like we will need security.
Going. So, Tech is going. Right.
Well, I don't know. If he's not, if Lynn has a stash, then tech is not required. Yes.
Maureen is. Kira?
Not as brave as Guido.
Isa is.
Bounty.
Correct. Yep.
Might have been me actually. I changed my name from Oren to Kira. I wonder if that like changed the order.
Yeah, it did.
Do you want me to change it back?
No, leave it there, please.
Is this a good time to tell everybody else to update their names? Discord.
No, don't do it. Very. Right. Okie dokie. Right. Who's flying? Guys, letting Captain Carl take you for a fly, or you comedy?
Hell no, I'm flying.
So you guys head to. Yep, you grab all your equipment. So you've got your blood extraction. You've worked on this bullet. Believe that this will deliver or extract. What a delivery was.
Extract. I basically backwards to tranquilizer.
And then just one question: how do we need to go and retrieve the bullet?
Yeah.
Back for free.
No, it will drop out once it's full, and then we'll have to go and pick it up.
Okay, so you head over to the baseball, and Captain Soul is busy on flight deck. Shape. Oh, where to, team? We're off on an adventure. Where can I fly you?
Tatooine for this one, please.
There for a while, but got a couple of contacts with perhaps some extra profit. Hey, and he goes for a high five. Okay.
Nope.
Remix, could you carry that crate on?
No problem.
So, Kira, is it? We've not
Yes, Kira.
seen you around ever. Is this your first mission you're going out on?
Most definitely not. Where have you been?
a very good question. Not far. I've been here for quite some time while the others took my ship on a long mission. Didn't you, Lynn? And you, Guido, flying my ship. Anyway, I found some trash that you'd left on the side, and I wasn't very happy about it. I submitted a report to Whisper. Protein bar wrapper goes in the trash, not under the seat.
I feel like that was Remix.
And
Hey, how'd you get in that seat?
did any of you use my quarters while I... Terribly messy, but it smelled nice in. I wonder if someone had been in there with perfume. Sort of leans and he goes, yes. Oh, right. So I'll spool up the engines and I'll fly you where you need to go.
I'm perfectly happy to fly this ship.
This is my ship. My.
Does that mean it goes slowly?
You. Cockpit. Now. All aboard, crew. Ready for takeoff. And see the ship start to drop its engine. And it takes off a lot faster than it normally does when Captain Soul is flying, as he is clearly trying. But cinematically from behind the ship, see it shot off really quickly, and all of the crates and everything else that was on the dock just goes and falls over. And then he sort of smiles at Kira and says, "Slow. Okay." Beep, 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 beep. Ah.
Can we take a break, please? Yep.
So we whoosh through hyperspace. Anything happen on the journey there? Everybody chilling out, doing their own thing, setting up plans.
We do need to discuss our plan. Sorry, go for it, Remix.
I wasn't going to say anything interesting. I was just going to say he's trying not to be sick.
Every time the captain is no longer in the cockpity area, Kira's gonna see if she can like tweak fuel mixtures and things like that just to like make this thing go a little bit faster.
I think I'm going to make you roll for that. Definitely going to make. Let's have. Oh, trying to do it really sneakily so that there's like he doesn't really notice. Or
No, not really. I'm just like I'm more interested in making it go faster, but I don't want him watching over my shoulder. So like if he was there, he might try and stop me. So it's more just like when he's out, I'm gonna just like fiddle. If he happens to walk in, I won't be too bothered. I'll just be explaining that I'm making it go faster.
I think a mechanics check.
Mechanics. Ooh, I don't have a good mechanics. What difficulty?
I want to say hard. You're trying to. You're not a rocket scientist, and you're trying to manipulate fuel variations in the fuel in order to get that extra kick.
While it's in flight as well. While it's in flight as well.
Exactly. Yeah, you fail. Maybe there's a fail safe or something like that to stop it happening while in hyperspace.
What a rough bucket.
We're going to talk our plan.
Which plan we going with?
All of them,
In which order?
all at once.
Oof.
Chaos is the best plan.
Mm.
Maybe what plan A was? Plan E?
Show them a good time.
Rogues.
A really good time.
Plan B was fight. Plan C was reverse trank dart. Plan D was D.
I do think Plan D may have some viability, but not actually Lynn, getting boned. But just she's a dancer. She's a very alluring, seductive, attractive dancer. Maybe she can seduce the boy, man, whatever. Prince, that's it. Take him, behind closed curtains, and then just give him some gas to knock him out, and boom, she's got time to take it, and then she just leaves. We meet up with her, and we skedaddle. And then the security forces find their young prince knocked out. Or maybe he comes to, and he's like, oh, what happened?
And Lynn gains a bounty.
Yeah.
No, we'll just put some neutron pixie around there, and they'll be like, "Oh, you got high again, you fucker." Cool. So how do we? Because we are not going to be able to accidentally meet up with them in town. We will have to either follow them from the banquet, which I'm no good at, or meet them at the banquet and go out with them.
Does that involve infiltrating a hut place?
It's a hut banquet.
Oof.
Maybe someone uses their connections to get us an invite. Remix has none.
I have a contact on Tatooine, but he's a spice runner, so he won't have an invite to that ball. So follow them from the banquet then.
I think that's safer.
Could Lynn not get a job in the blanket? Yeah, in the blanket on Tatooine. In the banquet. And maybe lure him out that way. Hey, if you want to share a good time later, I'm going to a party afterwards.
They're going to go out anyway, aren't they?
But now you're kind of you're giving them a suggestion of where to go.
It's true, but what job would you have me do? This ass is way too fine to be a waitress.
Dance.
And a belly dancer. There'll
We'd
be
have to
answers
pay
around,
the
won't there?
band off. Yeah, we'd have to pay the band off.
Why?
The auditions for this would have been done months ago. I'd have to buy my way in.
Or we kidnap a dancer and then you go as her replacement because she's disappeared the night before. You know, proper cheesy, like 80s movie.
I'm well up for that plan. That is a fantastic plan, actually.
Do we need to get there, do a little research, find out who the entertainment is, and then misappropriate one, strip them of all their clothes, tie them up, you know, and then you slip in their place.
Just turn up and go, I can dance, look.
You got their ID, and we've just put your picture over the front of their picture.
Out flash dance. So I understand this. You want to infiltrate the hut banquet under the roof dancer. Convince the prince, there seems to be the target is the convince the prince join you at an after party where you're going to get him alone. Click Clack and Guido are likely to shoot far with the modified bullets.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Link can just get him off his fucking tits on this neutrino pixie and just do it while he's tripping balls.
I feel like we need a clean blood sample. This plan is sounding worse by the minute.
Yes, that's a good point.
I told you, it's quite simple. I will warn him that this specific brand of Neutron Pixie requires a sample that I can run data on to make sure he doesn't get any backlash from it. I will have my assistant waiting in the wings to run a check on the sample.
And goes,
We're
yeah, it's
done.
fine. And then you load him up with drugs and we leave.
I do have one small problem though.
Pretty big sample.
I actually need someone to run a check on it because I won't lie to him.
Since when have you got a conscience?
You are lying to him because you're telling him you need to check the drug, and we're not. We're doing it to steal the blood.
I will tell him that we need to check his blood. I won't tell him that what necessarily what it's for. I will warn him that this can have a bad backlash. I will choose my words very carefully, but I won't lie.
And then Kira can just stick some like litmus paper in it or something, and just be like, "Yeah, that's fine."
That's fine as long as someone tests the blood, so I don't have to lie.
Do we even know that they're going to be into drugs? There's a lot of assumptions.
I mean, we'll just flip a light side point and say they are absolutely into it, and job done. That's exactly what they're there for, to take away all of it, like 10 minutes debate in this. You just go, flip a light side point. Yeah, they're into it. It's great.
They are known drug users.
Yep. They are high chasers. They are chasing that dragon.
I'll do a smell test on the blood. If it smells like blood, then it's blood. So will that do for your check?
They're not gonna buy that.
Well, I'm going to be in the next room. I'm going to take the sample away. It's for you and your conscience.
Okay. That's fine. As long as you check it.
Yeah, I'll
That's
check
fine.
that it's blood.
We're not going with plan A, which seduce them, shoot them, beat them, fuck them, drug them, and take them. We're going with this other plan.
This is part of that plan.
Start
It's
with.
just like this is just the A.1, you know, and then A.2 comes into action if it all goes tits up.
What's 8.2?
Murder, shoot, kill, seduce, shag, you know.
That's a lot of.
You're all in the same room, but you know, there's a pulp on the floor. Okay, so you have a plan.
We have many plans that kind of intertwine with each other, and depending on which one succeeds,
Yeah,
the other one
click,
gets
like-
activated.
That's right. Like Click Clack can just sit and do the rooftop jobby, and then if it looks like it's going wrong, do the tranquilizer. Guido and Click Clack can do that. Do the tranquilizer jobby, and then Remix can be waiting down a dark alley to do the BT Appy jobby, and we'll just see how it goes from there.
So we've got Eyes in the Sky, got Official Tester,
And transport
And
if there's a
tran- and
fast speeder.
this sounds like an eight. And we've got the Muscle, who also needs to sneak around and not be seen there in the wing.
Or
A change of plan.
Remix could just pretend to be the security for the venue.
Or I was thinking she's such an important dancer that she's got her own bodyguard. Like like celebrity singers. I'm the bodyguard, so Remix's costume for this will be like a bodyguard outfit, black sunglasses.
Love it.
Black single black visor across his face. And a
Yeah.
tuxedo.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely on board for
With
that.
a giant sword.
Yeah.
I also ask that
No, it's not giant. That's Tricyc has a giant sword. Remix has got a vibro sword.
But I also ask that the Eyes in the Sky also win. And as you finish, everybody wears tuxedos. Lynn. As you finish this mission, pull them off. Like they're like by a mission.
Yeah. Love it.
Right.
No, we've got to walk away in the tuxedos. We're wearing like ninja suits and stuff, and then as we leave, we rip them off, and we've just got tuxedos underneath. And we blend off into the clouds.
An explosion behind you.
Yeah.
There is one small problem to the getting me in as a dancer, is that I'm not that good of a dancer. Singing is my true talent.
Your previous performance in the dive bar would say otherwise.
Well, that was easy.
Why don't you be a celebrity singer then?
I'm more than happy to, but then we have to kidnap the band's singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also, I'd imagine that an event like this will have multiple different entertaining groups all operating in different rooms and at different times. It's the Hearts putting on something fairly big for the Royals. This is going to be an event. It's not just going to be one band.
Fucked up. Entertainment. Okay. You have a variety of plans, and I'm going to let you tell me how all these work. We come out of hyperspace above Tatooine, which looks yellowy, sandy planet from whatever angle. And you go down to port, which is Isley. This is where the banquet is held in one of the... have a day slightly early.
Does anyone know a great place to party? Like the premier place to party? Because we need access to that place so I can sell it to either the prince or the princess. Anyone been to Tatooine before?
The great thing about those, right, is that the best places are underground. They're not the well-known places. All the well-known places, they're just so gauche. You don't go mainstream, darling. We're going to the Venga Club because we like to party.
That's commonly known as Hut.
That
Place, Hut. That is the premier place to party on this planet. You have the space venue. I guess why not?
Can we? Is it easy to gain access, or do you need like VIP passes and?
Let's say that you go to do check out this. What you see is that look like a ruffian. You're not getting in, and the guards that are on the door, carrying Syrians. The pig ones. There we go. Oh, it's not a Gundark either. I forgot. I've completely, my brain is shut off for that. Anyway, they are at the door, and they appear to be very. Who passes? Doesn't appear to be any tickets out, but you may feel that if an event was going, but they're being very choosy. Look a bit like a scrub. You're not getting it. People that are dressed slightly nicely, especially if people pull up in a speeder right outside, be getting in. And this is the middle of the day.
Are we pulling up in a speeder right up to the door?
If we can source a speeder.
You would like to think so. Didn't we have speeders on this ship?
Did have and a couple of bikes. Doesn't look as fancy as the ones that are pulling up in front of this place.
We just need to be well dressed, though, don't we?
Get the taxes on now.
Okay, so that's step one.
I think we should spend some money, enough money to make them want us here tomorrow.
Night. And is it tonight or is it tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night.
Okay, so we've got plenty of time. Right, we'll come back tonight, and I will work my charms and make sure that the bouncer knows me, and he's working if he's working tomorrow night, and I'll build up a bit of a rapport so that when I turn up at the door tomorrow night, there'll be no problem. I'll walk straight in.
Nice. Good plan.
We'll need a nice speeder to turn up in, though. I don't want to get out of that piece of shit.
We got two options: make this one look better, or commandeer one.
Oh, I love the idea of making this one look better. Put some flags on it, spray job, dice.
So chop shop we can take it to, or are we going to do it ourselves?
Kira's well up for doing it herself. She's just gonna actually just start bossing people around. Like, you get me the paint like of this color. Like, you get me some like vinyl stickers. Somebody, we need something shiny. Like, can somebody find that? And just sort of like sends everybody off in different directions,
Little side quest.
and immediately starts working on the bike to make it sound much louder. And
So let's not waste time on mini side quests of pain and haggle. But for those people that go off and get those parts, can you deduct? In fact, roll a d100, and I'll argue that whatever you get, I give one. Who knows?
Is that how much we deduct, or is that how much we?
That's how much you paid for your.
Cool.
Gold, sorry. In the right system. Okay. Kira, so you are speaking sound beefier.
Sound beefier, so like at least it sounds the part and not just like looks like some like a painted duck.
I don't know how to answer that because kind of all sound the same in Star Wars. So
No, they don't.
okay, they don't.
The,
So yeah,
the,
okay.
It's
the-
got
you know,
blue flames, okay? It's got blue flames now.
it's like the difference in pulling up in an MR2 and an actual Ferrari. You know, there's a noise difference that a high quality speeder sounds a lot better than a cheap one.
No worries. Okay.
And all he's done is put some like cans in the exhaust or something, or the Star Trek equivalent, Star Wars equivalent of that.
Right, Andrew, just think on a description of what you've done to this, because Lynn's going to pull up right outside the. Are you guys going across? Are you trying to get in separately? Are you all going to case out this place, or are you just all waiting?
Click Clack will scope the rooftops for the route that they're going to take, and therefore the route that Guido and Click Clack are going to take on the rooftops to get there. Make sure there's no like big jumps they have to do or anything like that. They want a nice, sensible, finding a good Overwatch position that actually looks out the whole lot, or you know, that does a rooftop scope.
Okay.
Guido would like to go in just to provide Lynn some cover.
Okay.
Bodyguard.
Hmm.
Going into.
Yeah, I'm bodyguard. So I'm already getting into character, and I'm always just behind Lynn, pretending to be a bodyguard and actually being a bodyguard.
We've kind of forgotten one very important part of our whole plan. We need to abduct the singer.
We need to see where they are first, right? And who they are.
Yes. And abduct them. And the night before is probably the best time to do that.
So that's today.
Another idea. Maybe we're complicating it. Maybe you don't have to replace the existing singer. Maybe you could just be another act that's on. Maybe there is a band, but also we insist that you are the other act that's on. Didn't you get the memo that there's two acts on and you're on after the interval or whatever?
7 acts.
That's great, but I can't do that.
Okay.
It involves me lying.
I see.
Won't lie.
Your agent will speak for you
Happens
at the door.
Karaoke?
I mean, I could try, but how would I get in there?
a riff off.
You'd need.
I'm a singer. You go up to the service entrance, you go, I'm a singer and I'm going to sing this evening, because that's not a lie, because you then go and sing because you are a singer.
Absolutely, but if they ask me for credentials, which they'll probably need, or all of those things, which will be because the security is going to be tight. It is a hut banquet.
Gamora.
There's no ways I'll get in.
Someone creates a distraction and you just slip in. Job done. Excellent.
Your credentials are your voice. Just start singing.
Gamora. That they remembered after all that time. Okay, let me just attend to. I would like a streetwise check or survival check. What is this? For you to.
Or a perception check.
Well, the which is also the same. What I was thinking, what you described was that you were finding the route to the banquet hall back to here and marking your route. So if you were doing at speed, get advantage on jumps are. They're not necessarily doing the jump. Like, okay, so if I mark this here, I know this happens. Or did I misunderstand?
I mean, I was trying to find the route that had no jumps, if I can, or a tower that overlooks it, so we don't have to move at all. Because there's like those spindly things and stuff. I was just
Perception then. Night time.
when are we there?
You could do it during the day. You went to case it out during the day, didn't you? Now you're planning to go.
Yeah, I figured I did it while they were messing around doing whatever they're doing. So whatever time it is then.
You find a bell tower that has view of the large bank place and does have a partial of Hut. Also look across tops along that way. Pick route that wouldn't require you to make any jumps. But looking at the time it would take you double the time safely to get there. Went direct, which timing you.
So we have a nothing's going on route and a we need to keep a long route.
Shit, we're in trouble. So you're not abducting the city, by the sounds of it. But okay. Kira, tell me about your modification. What does it look like? It doesn't look like
So it's like mostly all black with like a couple of like silver like bits on the top, and then it's got like very very subtle like wings, like white wings like painted on it. So it's not overdone, it's not like gangster or anything like that, but it's just sort of like looks smart, doesn't have anything too like pretentious on it, but it does have a couple of like maybe leather like bits and like feathers to go with it, like hanging down from the controls.
give me a performance check. See how you pull up. Is this cool? Has it drawn of people waiting to get in your job? Tell me as well before you make this depend how hard it is. Are you like pulling up in crawling up to the space, or are you doing hot shot shit to get spin the
Most
speed around and stop
most definitely some hot shot shit, and
hard?
obviously Lynn is going to be on the back.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for hard then. So you're in a populated area. You're trying to crazy spin to get the speed around and. Cool.
What check is that? I don't see a performance.
There's no performance check.
Cool or coordination? Coordination, maybe.
Would it be piloting
Or
if he's doing it?
piloting.
Yeah, do piloting. Yeah, that would. Yeah,
What is coordination?
Coordination at the top.
Yeah.
Coordination is for dancing and stuff. For
Ah, okay.
balancing.
For some reason, my descriptions aren't loading, so I'm one green, one. And it's hard. So anything else?
Okay, tell me how you curve around the corner, Fast and Furious style, and pull up outside this club, draw everyone's attention on your amazing vehicle.
Yeah. So basically, somebody else is already coming in, and they're going quite fast, and they look like everybody knows them, like everybody has eyes on them. I'm gonna come screaming past them, do like a spin, and sort of like parallel park where they probably were going to land up parking, and No, I'm just gonna like get up and walk away and look like, as in like, no, I don't even care. Like that was just like an everyday thing for me.
I have one question on that. When you say screaming going past, do you mean ah as you go
No.
past them, or okay? So you you do this amazing move, but parallel parked into the space where the other speeder clearly going to, and everybody outside looks bounces other than at the speed behind you, which they clearly know who that person is. Starts going, then walks forward to Lynn.
Remix will come round and say, "Step back. It's my job." And then extend a hand to help Linda.
We'll give her hand gently to Remix, and then say loud enough for like everyone around to hear. Kira, darling, keep the engine warm. I'm not sure we're going to be here too long. And then start walking in.
Excuse me, miss. Is your name on my list? What's your name?
My name's on your list. You want me in this club?
I might warn you, mate.
I'm visiting, so I've had no opportunity to get on your list.
Yeah, well, definitely. But this can currently.
Can I make a negotiation check? I'm going to give him money, definitely, but just to see how much I have to give him. Should it be negotiation?
Yeah, you can go negotiate.
Sure. What would you like it to be?
Average.
I have a question. Are credits the equivalent of like pounds or dollars in value?
Let's just say. Whatever it is. Well,
Can you use a triumph to override a failure?
yeah, there you can. So
Could be boned.
no, we can do this.
Or
So
can't I roll my advantage forward?
you can roll your advantage. You can roll it to give. Fine. So he looks at his list and goes, "Yeah, I do believe. Oh, here you are, number 50 on my list. Absolutely. But hold on, that your bodyguard?
It is.
No weapons, mate. Put that back in the speeder."
He takes it off and he puts it on the speeder, and then he takes out the credits to pay for Lynn's bribe.
Edo, are you there as well?
This is the night before we're going to go into the hut banquet, right?
Yeah, this is the hut going for the.
Yeah, no, she's there.
What about? Excuse me, love. No weapons.
You're talking to me?
No, I assume you're keeping the engine warm. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
that's what I thought.
Talking to that one over there, the other one in the tuxedo.
The one with a big fucking gun on his back.
She didn't bring that gun with her.
So you're currently number 50 on the list, and if I add on to your list bouncers, that puts you on number 70 on mine. If
Remix takes out 70 credits.
And pulls out another 30. Your trouble.
don't hand it to me, right. And then the other guard sort of just very takes it. Welcome to the hut, Miss Marple. Yeah. Opens the door and lets you in. And as you hear the door side to side, and the heat, whew, this is the desert, but this is Desert's a dry heat. This is a words. Come on, brain. Tired. Sorry.
Humid
Heat. Yeah, just sort of wafts out, and you're like, it's a bit... Go inside, and this is the most unique club that you've ever seen. It's really hot, and it's set up like a swamp. It's got pools, walkway bridges across. They look like modern pools. It's got like trees in here. There is bathing suits in the pools, drinking and cheering. There's waitresses going about, droids going about delivering drinks of all colours, shapes. But it's like a swamp. Odd. There's music playing. Yeah. Oh, hut, hut.
Lynn will give Remux back the 70 gold once no one can see.
Thanks.
Darren Remus. This is friggin' hot. in a tuxedo. You are. Lynn, as you sort of further into the club, I assume you're just kind of around to get a. So you've got the pools where people are, in bathing. Got the main bar where there is people. As you go further towards the bar, it feels to get hot towards. And there's a variety of people. There is clearly a lot of people with bodyguard. Seems to be drinks are offered at the bar and are very expensive. Get a quote for 300 credits for a couple of cocktails. Take them on up sometime. If
I
you
will.
do deduct the money. If you don't worry. And you just people watch. Music doesn't really change. It's on a loop. There doesn't appear to be any form of DJ that you see. It kind of feels like it just fades into one song, fades back to the same song before. It just kind of seems to be that sort of like a mellow. After a while,
Don't carry on.
after a while, people that sort of are eyeing you up from very clear. There doesn't seem to be shame here. And a young human approaches you. Good evening, my lady. May I purchase you a coffee?
As long as you don't mind if my security tastes it first.
Quite expensive to be spending on your security. I'm not going to poison you, my dear. One sunrise, please, Bide. Comes sliding across the bar and stops in front. Says,
I'll be the judge of that. Well, delicious. It's fine.
pretty much falls over. Dead. And then he then gets the glass and slides it over. So, have a bodyguards around all the time, do you? Mine are over there, and you can see two sort of lazily standing about looking at the watches, ogling at some.
I'm not concerned with my security. My security is concerned with my security. If they feel that it's safe enough, they'll happily give me a bit of room. So for right now, stay where they are.
Yeah, it sort of sidles up to Guido a little bit. Says, do you think you could entertain my bodyguards just for a minute? And he sort of just touches your hand on the bar, and as you look down, like 100 credit chip. And
She so hold on. So he's put his hand on her hand, but with like some chips
he
underneath
put
it.
it on the bar and then slid it towards you, touching the. Get your attention. Go to the hand.
She just takes her hand away. Just shakes her head.
Just wanted a moment of your time to proposition, but don't want to talk. Judged, you see, but
Are you trying to proposition me, sir?
madam,
Give me a half step, Remux, if you don't mind.
He just grunts and takes a few steps back, but continues staring. Vaguely out of earshot.
well, sort of Cider was in between Remix and. You see, I watched you. Are by far stunning woman. And well, I'm here for a party, and well, great. Together, do you have an invitation to
Party here tonight.
the party? A banquet. Hoping to make some acquaintances for future business arrangements.
I have an invite, but I don't have anyone to go with. So I suppose you've got adequate transportation.
Turns around and looks. Discuss the fun.
No. Why? You just want me to escort you to the ball.
But no, I believe you'll be as me if we've both got invitations.
I would like to fly under the radar, so I'll go as your +1 happily.
Great, that's fantastic. Excuse me. Yes, you. Do you have a date?
Oh.
It wasn't. Sorry, that's why I turned and looked at that.
No, I don't carry a data pad. Guido?
I didn't think we'd need one for this.
Just want to hand over my patient details. Don't trust. Waitress. And I know paper isn't as well, but he writes down his communication details. Oh, I'll see you for the banquet. Fantastic. Let's go. I need to get a new suit.
What vehicle will you be driving?
Best.
Should hope so.
And on the sheet in front of you, you see name is Baron Skila. Spell that as Skila.
So to just move this along a bit, thank you very much for the end to the banquet. That's amazing. Lynn will spend some more time here, but very soon she's going to take off all of her clothes except for her undergarments and go in the pools and you pretend they're like a bikini, essentially. Go in and swim and just spend the evening making a splash, getting noticed. If there's an opportunity for her to sing a little bit, she'll sing, but it's not going to be forced or anything. So she's just trying to make people know her and generate a bit of.
While Lynn's doing this, Guido would like to be just scoping out like entrances, exits, where the bathroom is, where there's a possible back exit, the kitchen, all that kind of stuff, like ways in and out of this place.
Back exit in the bathroom?
If there is one. Like at one point she will go to the bathroom to check and kind of just like move around the club, like where she can without getting noticed. So, just like, where's the back door to this place? How can people get in and out in a hurry if they need to?
You are just as a bodyguard, and kind of like the way I look at it is your servant. Therefore, you kind of just walk around and know, especially the other bodyguards might pay attention, but the people here
Hmm.
for partying. And you find 4
Up.
exits,
Mm-hmm.
including the one you came in.
Okay.
That's an entrance.
Mm-hmm.
One's out the kitchen. One's the one you came in. On the other side of the bar, there's a out, and there is a hatch out of the.
Do any of these entrances, exits look like they'll be locked in some fashion?
Fire safety. We'll go with fire safety. So they're locked from the outside, but they can be opened from the inside.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Actually, do me a favor and
Mhm.
give me a check.
Perception.
Yeah, give me a perception. It's gonna be hard. There's not a great light in this place. Try not to be.
Mhm.
Oh.
3 failures and 1 advantage.
So you're looking for anything that might stop this. They look like fire doors, and if you push this pin, push this bar, it'll open.
Okay. Cool. At some point later on in the evening, after we leave the club, Guido's going to relay all that information to Lynn and Remux, so they have it for tomorrow.
Going on with Kira.
So Kira's gonna walk up to the bouncer and have a bit of a chat. So yeah, my employer, he's either out of these places in 10 minutes or she really likes him, and given she's been here for a little while, I suspect she might want to come back tomorrow. Can we just make sure she's on the list for tomorrow?
Holds up his pad and yeah, make that 100 list maybe.
150th.
Yeah,
Hmm.
administration. About 150.
As long as that includes anybody that she might want to join her.
That'd be 100.
160th. I mean, we both know she's good for this club. Are you sure we can't do 120th? Can I do it? How difficult?
This guy's in a reasonably good mood. Let's do average. We've already got some money.
Averages 1 or 2.
Two. Clearly having us win.
Oh no, 1 failure, 3 advantage.
I like you, catty boy. Catty girl, sorry. 160th. Is you not tomorrow, you see?
Indeed. I think we can do that.
Definitely
But
going to
yeah,
remember you. I'll keep you a parking spot. How about that?
that sounds like a brilliant idea. I wouldn't want her to have to walk any distance. That just wouldn't be fair, would it?
No, that sounds horrible. Pay him, not me. You pay the guy that clearly doesn't look like he cares taking the money. What was Click Clack doing during all of this?
So, Click Clack has secured the rooftop route from in reverse, I guess, from the banquet to here. Mapped out any little side streets that might be, darkened alleys for a beating, and then kind of realizing that there's probably fuck all else to do for the moment, goes to check out the Alice. Is that the right word? Of the
I said banquet hall. Palace.
Yeah, sorry, I just got distracted by Gary's. Was that Emma Stone?
I don't know. I clicked it because I was like, "Who's that?"
Thanks for that, Gary. I want it back.
I was looking
Yeah,
for
go
tuxedos.
the banquet hall. Goes to check out the banquet hall. Like, you know, if it all goes wrong inside, we should probably have some other way of getting in, etc. You know, consummate professional about trying to find a way in to ways to look in, uh, sees if there's anything that looks like an escape route or all that sort of shit, basically.
So let's say you do a lap. You scout around, you know, and looking. You can see that on the lower levels, so ground levels, loading area, and there are lots of people there bringing things in very clearly. There is a lot of cameras that you can see, so being watching, approaching. There appears to be very clearly a VIP landing pad. So those super VIP won't be around. Feeders or coaches or whatever they will be coming in on skiffle. You do see quite a lot of guards place very clearly as you're going round. You see it kind of look like they're wearing the same uniform. You happen to be the same group, so it's very clear that they're rolling around outside of. There is a few entrances, a lot of windows in this. So surmise that there is doors, also windows. Desperately, they will add to fell from or grab an air or something.
Yeah. Well, that covers my next one, which would be go and find some way to steal a vehicle from. But there'll be loads here, won't there? We can just jack someone's like a proper movie fashion. What else that's interesting can Jack do? I can't think of anything.
Tunnels underground. Up with this. Found an entrance, you'll find it completely or
Okay. Oh yeah, an escape route for us in case things go horribly wrong. Not just this dude, but also if we need to go get lost somewhere. Click clack or sort of start from where we're gonna start from and then just go for a Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Was not expecting that. Yeah, take like a pathfinder route that maybe goes somewhere a bit conspicuous or leads to like a sewer duct down a darkened alley or something, like, again, like proper cheesy style escape route.
safe house or safe trying to get to.
Yeah, somewhere to just go and disappear or hide from if there were patrols in the street or whatever, overhead scans or
Okay.
yeah.
Let's say that you managed to find an empty building near the sewer system
Mhm.
in the city. Probably get here within dead run.
Mhm.
Should anything. I'm gonna make it.
I'm doing all the other team recon stuff that I can do outside. Sorry, while they're doing inside recon stuff.
More question. What I mean the next. all of your plans are fantastic. Actually want your plans, then doing it off.
Are you going to remember all of our plans within plans within plans?
I'm going to remember all of the plans because although I've written down notes in my little book here and names, I have a little. I'm definitely good. So I will watch the video.
One more question. In the hut, you said there were little booths. Is there like a VIP room that we could go into where we could actually do this? Like if we drew blood in the open, it would be a little bit weird.
Didn't see one.
There are booths that we could possibly.
You would maybe think that there'd be a more private room. I mean, if very rich and lucky low. So you would maybe assume that private room.
Makes sense.
Very iced in your brains before. Yes, I know. Okay,
We yep.
sorted.
Shout, Nick, on the awesome stuff you did outside.
Yeah, I also just thought as well we could have the problem with two bodyguards is Guido could have stayed out of view of the people, and we could have done like a highwayman stand and deliver type thing, and just stunned the guy and took his blood and like pretended we were mugging you. But we could say I just
Change their face. Order to change his appearance.
oh yeah.
So you can retcon it. I'm happy to
She.
retcon it and say that Guido went in there looking like a human.
Or we could just change Guido to somewhere else. It was just another plan occurred to me while I was sort of scoping stuff out. We could do an ambush type one and pretend that and then that absolves Lynn of any wrongdoing, then doesn't it?
Mm.
Break her code at some.
Cool. Yeah. No. Sorry. That was I don't want to go for another like 10-minute sidetrack on that on more plans on plans. But just be prepared that we might spring that one on you. That might be added to the list.
I like all the plans. I don't know. It'll work. It might be that all of them work at the same time because everybody goes on their own route. But no worries. I will catch you.
Cool.
Thanks.
Bye. Thanks, Dan.
Cool.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.